Hey everyone, this is Monarchy, and we're going to talk about spawn control. So what spawn control is, I'm going to show you in the map in the private match. So let's get started. Alright, sorry if I'm sniffling or have sneezed or whatever, if you hear me. Okay, so let's go up here. Or, you know, a Hawkeye view type of thing. Okay. Spawn control. What spawn control is that you see, let's say this is A, B, C, and I cannot see from this point of view, but you know, each corner is gonna be A, B, C, or D. So think about that as I explain a little bit more further. So let's say, for the sake of the argument, you're spawning from here, and the other party might be here or over there, depending on, I should say, whatever the mechanics of the game puts you in with the group, and also to what game you're playing. If it's the capture the flag, checkpoint, or excuse me, hardpoint, and so on and so forth, that control. So if you have B, A, and C, you're going to try to control on those three areas. I can't recall if it's here, the C point, but I know for a fact there's a point right here, and the other one right here, or should I say in the middle of this section. So once you're playing control or search or destroy or whatever gameplay that you're playing, you have to be careful on spawn points. So you're most likely gonna spawn in this location or here, and also it's, I don't want to say rare, but very occasionally you may be respawning behind this tank or a gas tank, but most likely here, and here, depending where you got shot at, pretty much. I know for a fact that there are very few that sometimes you will spawn at where I'm at, and here, pretty much around this car. So it's gonna be either these two sides or back here. And there is, you know, like I said, rare occasionally you may pop out here and someone just gonna snipe you and you're down. Going for this location, you may be spawning here. I don't know how the certain spawn point works, but I know key spawn points of the 4 that I just mentioned. So, and you may be from this point, most likely, and behind here. And definitely this side here. So I'm just showing you right now what I have seen in this map. So you might be spawning from here and here most likely, and right here, here. So just to cover certain most of the areas. There might be, you might be respawning, example, right here by God knows what. So going back to this location, you're gonna catch people sniping at this point to get your spawn point, or they're gonna be right here and dead center. They're just gonna wail on you. So just to give you a brief idea, so I'm gonna lay down here and use the little drone to show you. So you're gonna see in these locations people gonna be spawning, camping, keep making out, who knows, and you're probably gonna be around this area. They have good visual to spot you and take you out. So if they have controlled on this area where I am at, and maybe here or here, you're gonna be spawning on one certain location or that location where I have just showed you. So they're gonna be spawning, shooting, and having an upper hand if they're in the midsection. So midsection can be here can give you the victory, but also it could destroy you because people could go ham throwing thermite grenades, whatever they feel like throwing, mosquitoes, and whatever strikes that they have on their arsenal. And if they haven't been killed yet, if they have all three, you're pretty much gonna be doomed in this area, because you have coverage to take people out from this. Pretty good wide coverage of angles. So with that, if people have controlled from, let's say this is B, if I could recall it right, and they have C from that section, if they're controlling 2 points, you're gonna spawn in 2 locations. From here, this is, let's say, I believe this is A, so you're gonna be spawning from back here, here, maybe here, like I've said, every now and then, but most likely this spot where the gas tank is, or gas truck or whatever he is. So they have 2 places that is controlled, and they try to minimize shrinking your area. So if they have good people that are controlling this section, you pretty much are in that trap. And if they have somebody here and where I'm at, they could easily control if you don't spot what's going on, and they will have the upper advantage to maybe have you in that section only, or if you're in the midst of battle, you'll be able to get to here, or they allowed it to be here for the spawn campers. Just keep on shooting you on that location what I have mentioned. So that's how people are able to control certain maps, especially small ones. the bigger the map, slightly harder to control depending on what gameplay that you're playing against with other matchmakers and other players. So I'm gonna let this finish. Oh, let's see if I could kill myself. Never mind. So that's most likely how people would have the upper hand in certain aspects of the game. So you have to be fully aware what is going on in each second, or if it takes you longer than a second, the max is a minute. If you're in an alliance or in a group with a bunch of friends or playing with random players. With the random players, it's hard to synchronize. But if you guys are communicating with mics, open mics, you'll be set. Regardless if it's just random players or someone's just beginning playing the game. With that knowledge, beginners and mediocre players and advanced and veterans and pro players could take advantage of this. Also, they have anybody in the Call of Duty community can be aware, and also this can backfire at you if you're learning this type of strategy or you using this type of strategy in mind. Going to past COD, people like Capture the Flag, for an example, or Search and Destroy, were able to set up a stage where you think you're getting the upper hand, but once we have key players, if you're in clan, this will help you and benefit you the most. But if you're in a squad group that you're not in a clan and you just roll with that same players, this can apply to you as well. Going through the game, depending if it's rush or whatever location of the map, your communication is key, but also if there isn't any people that is part of the group that you're in or alliance, because anybody that can be a wild card is going to be hard to read and hard to control, and those players can help you win the game. Why I say that? Because I was a formal clan, not clan leader, but a lieutenant, because I was like rank 3 on my previous old clan members back in the day, that we able to find and spot people's weaknesses and strength and use it as a unit, even if we're playing with random players or players that's new to the game. Going back, what I'm saying, that this type of strategy of spawn camping and taking out people from where they're spawning at and taking over the map, regardless what size it is, it could benefit so many, but it can backfire on your strategy, because once you're camping, you're pretty much locked in to a certain broad range of area or you might have bad vision. So your vision is kind of your weakness in certain way if you're not being wary on your surrounding. With that in mind, it's pretty much just you're playing high risk, high reward, and also you're taking the higher risk of spawn camping, where in the next video I'm going to be talking about that type of risks. But for now, it's just let's go to a little bit bigger of a map. I kind of forgot how it looked like. Let's go to here, because you will kind of get or understand how you guys get it, and will kind of sort of understand where I'm going with this. Because like where I've started from, around the Humvees or Jeeps, whatever you guys want to call it, people would go to each side of this type of area. So let's say if you're trying to capture or dominate 3 points, this one location over there, and way behind there. So it's almost like a straight line, but slightly curved in a certain matter. So to get, most likely you're going to see people camping, which is fine. You cannot bash or talk shit to other people camping, because we all do it, regardless what it is. Because once you're in a certain position and you're just hard scoping, or you know, staying there, you're pretty much camping, even though you're just staying there for a few or a couple seconds. For doesn't count as a camp, you pretty much need to do something like, let's say a guy is right there, I hit him, and if I'm able to take him out, move along. That's not camping. What a lot of players get confused that they call other people camping is that they're here and wailing and another person's coming from that direction. That's pretty much your camping. But is it? Once you completed your task, coming back to point A to point B, where I'm at, it doesn't really technically be camping, because you're taking out the shot enemies, taking shots, and then if you're moving away from the area that you're in, that's not really camping. But most players will say that. But if you're just hanging around here and just, you know, being here for longer than a minute, you're camping. But like, I could just say that, but I can digress. For no one can I don't want to hurt other people or players, content creators' reputation just by saying how long does it take. No. Is it bad camping? Not really, because it all depending on your strategy and your skill and technique on certain games. but people can get upset and irritated by that. So uh, there are many other strategies that people can do and participate on, but oh, I I think I should mention this. Um, if you're playing against certain players, a lot of players won't do this because they don't know. But there are players that do know and taking advantage of certain players, which is why like this loadout. Let's say I'm just gonna die and get this loadout. Okay. So you know your ADS and the options to make your experience more better. So on your settings, let's see, where is it? Okay. Controller settings and I believe quick settings, how you could get a upper advantage, what I have mentioned before and previous, to get a better experience. That's why you could see my crosshair out and the little point dot. So with that in mind, your ADS and aim assist is on regardless of what platform that you're in, and you're gonna see people throwing grenades. What kind of grenades? Smoke grenade. So once they throw smoke grenade and you're shooting at them, your ADS will be turning off once they throw smoke grenades. How? It's some type of glitch that people are taking advantage once you throw your smoke bomb or smoke grenade, whatever. So with that advantage, a lot of people don't know and they're like rushing, shooting with different type of sights and optic sights. So a lot of players don't know about it. Some do, or very small community that does know about that glitch. And they might have it on YouTube, they might not, or they're trying to delete it if they're that type of person that don't want to tell people about certain things. But yeah, your ADS will be turned off by that type of glitch. But what if I tell you, even though they throw smoke grenade or smoke bomb, you could fight it? What do I mean by fighting it? Easy. So let's say someone throw a smoke bomb at you and you don't know where they're at. Thermal could see through the smoke, and even though, let's say, your ADS is turned off or aim assist, whatever it is, use your thermal sight, optic sight, and you're able to counter that. That's a counter. So I recommend for any player, for beginner or non-beginner players, from advanced, mediocre, pro, veterans, and if they haven't been playing Call of Duty and they're going back in, if you guys are watching this video, or anybody else, though it doesn't have to be me, but I'm just giving you information. hopefully other content creators, like I've seen so far, they have said certain information, but I don't know if they've been talking about this. The anti-meta, once people are using smoke, thermal. This would help you 100% of the time of countering those players that are trying to be a little cheesy or trying to get the upper hand.
1 minute remaining.
You could use a normal sight, but I always recommend have at least one weapon with thermal, just in case, the one that you're really good at, or you know, that could help you get the win. And you could have one with no sights or sights with it, and you know, just play with it, but always have thermal just in case. Or if you want to be, you know, a little cheeky, have another type of optic that is with a, I believe, an orange tint. Have that, and also have this. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time with another strategy. So take care, peace out.